Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's play Beneath a Steel Sky. We've got about 2.5 hours into the game. So we're making decent progress, I would say. I don't know why I go straight to that, but let's load our game. Restore game. What did I put as latest? Was it this? I'm guessing it was this. Yeah, because I gave it a timestamp. Yeah, it has to be it. Okay, so we have... let me move my... 1 second. There, so you can actually see my inventory. Okay, we'll keep it like that for now. Alright, so I have... metal bar, wrench, an ID card, and a light bulb. We got Joey, who's a welder now. We can't get in through this door. The elevator is still not working. We cannot connect to the security terminal. We did give our tickets to Lamb, and he said he'd give us a tour of the factory, so maybe we need to find him. There is one thing I missed. One thing I missed that was upstairs, so let's go get that. It was the cable. Apparently after you change Joey's body into the welder, he can cut the cable for you, and you can use that for something. So let's head back upstairs.
It's the elevator.
To the ground level. Actually, I don't... Is that? Let's try it. Right click.
This card doesn't...
No, it doesn't work on this elevator. Okay, it's a different elevator. That's the elevator we need to get to. But our card doesn't work. This is the elevator that takes us back up. I think we need to wait for Joey, right? Yeah.
Come on, Joey.
There we go. Yeah, a lot of the game guides were saying you could actually leave Joey behind on accident, which is weird. You'd think he would just spawn on you at all times. They honestly could have just made him an inventory item and he would have accomplished the same thing. But I guess that wouldn't be cool enough. So if we click on the cable, now that Joey's a welder, he can actually cut it.
A loose cable. Now that could be very useful. I can't reach the cable.
Oh, and then we talk to Joey.
Fancy doing some welding, Joey?
Got it.
You bet. I want some action. Who's the victim?
You can't go using your welder on people.
Oh yeah? Who says?
Asimov's laws of robotics.
It's fiction, Foster. It's just something some guy made up.
It's sound moral sense. Anyway, what I had in mind was that cable.
This sounds like a job for Captain Welder.
Move it, Foster. You're in the way. Alright. So I assume he's going to go over there and cut that cable, which we can use for something. Or not.
Can you try weld?
Sure. Just keep out of my way this time.
Oh, we just had to move and then ask him again. Alright, I think we're good. So I do have to get to the factory because... Well, let's go grab the cable just in case we need that. I think it'll be on this floor.
Come on, Joey.
I'll probably speed up the game a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we'll slow it down if there's any like real-time sequences we need to do. There it is. Let's pick that bad boy up. Don't know what use it'll be. Cable is made up of many strands of wire and appears to be very strong. Jesus, that's fast. Okay. Oh, because we turned the speed up. Ha ha ha.
Come on, Joey.
Alright, so Lamb said he would give us a tour of his facility because we gave him the tickets. So I think we just have to wait for him. I don't know if it's this area. Oh, there he is.
Hey, Lamb.
With his fur coat.
When do I get the tour you promised me?
Well, there's no time like the present. We'll start right now. Now, take a look at this machine. This machine measures the internal bore of the pipes. Accurate to 20 decimal places, whatever that means. Impressive, isn't it? All those numbers. I'm sure they mean something. Follow me. I'll show you the next section.
He is Michael Scott from The Office.
This machine is supposed to drive the conveyor, but it's not bloody working. Heads will roll for this. Foreman Potts, why has this machine stopped?
Stopped? I've been so busy I didn't notice.
Can't I trust you with anything? Look after my desk, Potts. I'll have to leave you to show yourself around.
Okay. So we've always had access to this. Maybe
Excuse me.
Potts has something new to say?
Mind if I look around?
Since you're a friend of Lamb's, you can go where you like. But I'd stay clear of the reactor if I was you. Unless you're wearing some protection.
I don't have any protection. Let's go ahead and do a save, because this is probably going to kill us. So let's type in factory. January 6th. Or July 6th. It is most certainly not January. Let's see how far we can get. Oh, we can talk to Anita. Open up these lockers. Nothing. A hanger. That's it. Alright, Anita?
What are you doing now?
Checking for cracks with x-rays. You shouldn't be here without a protective suit.
You're not wearing one.
Lamb told me I didn't qualify, as I'm a D-Link and a woman.
Ooh, sexist.
What's so special about these pipes?
I'm not sure, but the dimensions of the bore must conform to precise specifications.
All that effort for a bit of plumbing?
It's suspicious, isn't it?
Perhaps they're part of a giant weapon.
Oh, come on, that's a bit far-fetched.
It's definitely a weapon.
What are you doing after work?
What do you have in mind?
Well, an evening at the theater, a walk by the lake in the moonlight, and to finish, a candlelit supper.
Sounds great. But first I'll have to get decontaminated.
Another time, perhaps. What's your opinion of Lamb?
I'm a D-Link. I'm not entitled to an opinion. But to be honest, I think he's a turd.
Yeah, I was about to say, what is a D-Link?
What's a D-Link?
D-Link is the lowest social category. When your link status is 0, you forfeit all rights and your freedom to move back the city. How come you didn't know that?
I'm an outsider, from the Gap.
So it's you security you're after. You won't get far without an ID card.
Ah, I managed to find one.
I bet it won't get you to ground level, though. You'll need a link status of 8 or more.
Okay, so I have to somehow hack my card to get it to link status 8.
How come you were made a D-Link?
I was caught hacking into Link.
Why did you do that?
There are areas in Link space used by security. I was trying to discover what they're up to.
What do you mean by link space?
The word inside the computer's memory. The abstract projection of linked circuits and databanks.
What?
What do you know about the Council?
It was one of the council who came up with the plan to bond his mind with Link, and ever since then things have been getting weird.
So someone wants to join, like, the computer mainframe. Like, I don't know, Lawnmower Man.
I have to get to ground level.
Look, I really sympathize with you. I could give you my jammer.
What's a jammer?
What's a jammer?
It jams
Bypass
signals.
software. Highly illegal. It gets you past the retina scan to security files.
That's
Oh.
a start. Can you let me have the jammer?
Give me your ID card.
Oh, so she's gonna hook me up. Hey, long time no see, Edvina. Wow, how long's it been? It has been a minute. How have you been? Creech! What's going on, Creature? How's your progress with Saucer Man going? Yeah, it has been a minute, Edvina. How have you been? Let's see. Alright, so I gotta give her the ID card. And she'll put a jammer on it so I can hack things? Makes
Here's
sense.
my card.
Thanks. This won't take long.
What are you doing?
Downloading the jammer to your card. There, it's done.
Don't worry. I'll fix everything.
You're taking a huge risk.
No problem. I'll get us both back on Link's files.
Okay, so we're gonna hack the link and give Anita and us a higher security clearance. Joey, you're alive. I love that game. Elton, what's up, man? Yeah, Joey is alive, and he is now a welder, so he is moving up in the world. Alright, so now we have an ID card with a jammer. Maybe there's something else to talk about?
Will the jammer get me into Link space?
No, the only access is through the special interface. There's just one little problem. You'll need to get a Schreiberman port.
A Schreiberman port. Elton, have you played both games? This game, Beneath the Steel Sky, and the sequel that came out last year, Beyond the Steel Sky? I've been alright, thanks. I'm old now and go to bed early, and you were always on late my time. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, Edwina. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, it has been a minute. Yeah, I get it. The time difference makes it hard. I normally stream. It's 5 p.m. my time, and I'm guessing it's what, like a 6 hour time difference? Maybe even 8? So it'd be like almost 11 midnight where you're at. Crazy Kane, what's up, man? How are you doing? What were you playing? Were you playing Mafia still? I don't think you were playing Mafia. Yeah, I think you were playing something different. Hype. 22:15 here. Yeah, 10 o'clock on a weekday. Like, I'm in bed usually at 10 o'clock. Hey, thanks for the raid, Crazy Kane. Serious Sam's second encounter. Did you finish Mafia, or are you jumping back and forth between games? What's up, Leisurely Gaming? Carrot Dev, I don't know who you are, but I love everything about this. What's up, Carrot? Yeah, I do a lot of retro streams, but I've been going back and forth between like retro games and indie games, so 9 times out of 10 you'll catch me doing a retro game, but every once in a while I'll come across an indie game that I just really want to play. So, but we're mostly retro here, mostly retro. Thursdays on my Mafia stream. Yeah, I can't jump back and forth between games when I stream because I stream so little. I only stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and only for like 2 or 3 hours. So I would never finish a game if I went back and forth. So I try to stick to one game if at all possible, and I also try to stick to games that are beatable, like within like 20 hours or less. Speaking of indie, can I plug this one old school point and click and fellow indie dev here? Yeah, go ahead, Carrot. Yeah. Post it. I'm always on the lookout for a good point and click adventure game. I grew up on LucasArts and Sierra games, so I've always been a big fan of the genre. Yeah, Scotland. How do I get a Schreiberman port?
How do I get a Schreiberman port?
Well, you'll have to undergo surgery.
I need that like I need a hole in the head.
The Schreiberman port is a hole in the head.
It's literally a hole in the head. Huh, interesting. Edvina, have you been playing any games lately? I've been playing offline. I've been knee-deep in Final Fantasy XI. That was one of the first MMOs I ever played, but the grind was so difficult back when it was released in, like, I think it was 2003, 2004, that I ended up just quitting because it was just too much of a time sink. But now it's much more modern and much more user-friendly, so I've been messing with that. A little bit of Monster Hunter Rise. I've been playing Division 2, not because like I really enjoyed the story or anything, but because I enjoyed playing with my friends. And then Sea of Thieves every so often. But there's 4 of us that play Sea of Thieves, and one of us has children, so it's really hard to get the group together. Yeah, I get that. I just happen to be playing co-op games with my bro on Tuesday, so might as well stream it. Yeah, makes sense. 2 levels and the final boss left. Hopefully finale tonight. So what's your overall opinion of Saucer Man? I just got back into Division 2, started a new character because I felt a bit overwhelmed by all the crap I could do. Yeah, it's just getting... I mean, I played Division 1 all the way through with Fushi D. You sometimes see her in chat here. And I liked it, but I really only liked it because of the multiplayer aspect. If I ever tried to play a game solo, I would probably get bored. But the main reason I like Division is... not because of the story mode, like I don't really care about story. I really want to get into the raids, the strongholds. That sounds like a lot of fun. But I have to go through the story first and get to, you know, a certain level and get my gear on point, etc., etc. Yeah. Yeah, same thing with like Remnant from the Ashes. I wouldn't play that game solo, but playing it multiplayer, like it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, there are certain games that are only good if you can play with friends. And Division and Remnant are 2 of those games. Dude, where is my beer? Done by a 2-man team, recently dropped on Steam, and it's just fire. An old school point-and-click adventure game about finding a Pilsner in the confusing world of unnecessary craft beers and snobby hipsters. Hey, hey, hey. Does liking IPAs make me a hipster? 'Cause I like IPAs. Though I will say, like, I've kind of shied away from IPAs. Like, IPAs, I can't drink too many of. They're just heavy, bitter beers. I'm kind of leaning into just like straight regular lagers and pilsners because they're the drinkability. You can drink more. Though I do enjoy a good IPA, and I haven't yet gotten into sours. Yeah, post a link. Post a link to Dude, Where's My Beer? I'm gonna write this down too, so I can check out the trailer. Where is it? Dude, where is my beer? Oh lord. Can only imagine what this game is gonna be like. Oh my god, senior bot. How do I allow you? I used to know how to do this. I used to know how to allow people to post links. Where are we at? Where are we at? Banned. How do you ask for... I think I can do /permit. Let's see if I can do that. Unrecognized command. Hold on a second. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. How to permit links. Twitch chat. Go to the dashboard, click on moderation. How do I allow... Oh, no. Where is my beer? Game. Oh, I see it. Here. I'll just post it for you. Because I just can't figure out the command offhand. Ooh, I like the, Oh, yeah, you're right. It's the bot. Yeah. Well, it's my chat bot. Streamlabs chat bot. How to permit links. Oh, does that work? /permit? Do I have to put a name? Oh, woo, sweet. Thanks, creature. Thank you. Mostly Jackbox stuff for a games night. I did reply this base this year. Advina, do you like cooperative games? Because It Takes Two seems like a really good game. I've got that on my wish list. A Way Out is like a prison type of escape game. And then one game I really enjoy is Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. And then, of course, Overcooked. Let me see. What am I? I'm catching up on chat here. I get your bot not allowing it. Oh, you just started half an hour ago. That's perfect. I can watch your streams after I finish my stream. Oh, Carrot, you stream? What do you stream? It worked out. 30 seconds. Post a message with a link. A Way Out is so good. Yeah, it does look really good. I'm a big fan of like couch co-op type games like that. Takes Two is super fun. Yeah, the trailer sold me. It's just the level of humor that game has. It just seemed like a really fun game. Also, I said I really like Attack of Saucer Man if you didn't see it. Okay, yep, I saw it. Yeah, weird that it was only a PAL release and they didn't release it in the States. Dude, where is my beer? Oh, actually, it wasn't released too long ago, November of last year. Cool. I will watch the trailer after my stream here. Replayed this game Beneath the Steel Sky after playing the sequel last year. Yeah, I need to get the sequel. I have it on my wish list. I think it's still like $40. So I'll probably just wait for a sale. I have no issues waiting for it to get cheaper. Streaming game dev 2 times a week and play games once a week, and I scour the web for proper couch co-op games. What do you use for game development? Another cool co-op game that sadly is not online co-op is Unravel 2. I don't think I know Unravel 2. Steam sale is on right now. Yeah. Let me see. I think when I checked on my Steam list, it was only like 10% off. Which, if you guys know, I complain about my backlog of games all the time. And I'm trying not to buy anything until I play the stuff I bought. Let's see. Beneath the Steel... or Beyond a Steel Sky. Beyond... Oh, it's actually 40% off. So it's regularly $35, so it's like $21 right now. Yeah, I'll probably wait. Unravel 1 and 2. Sorry, I'm just trying to write down all these games for me to check out. Like, I don't really get on gaming websites much nowadays, so everything I learn as far as video games is from Twitch and people that recommend things to me. Do you buy on Good Old Games? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I buy most of my old retro stuff on Good Old Games because it's just easier to configure. Though I really do enjoy Steam's interface. Unity mostly. Gotcha. Anyway, I'd love to stick around, but got work in the morning, so I'll have to catch you all later. Alright, Kane, thank you for the raid, and I'll catch you next time. Hopefully on your next stream. You said you're going to be doing Mafia Thursday, so I'll have to see if I can stop in, depending on the time difference. I know it's, 6-hour difference there as well. Unravel 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't know those games. Does Link have any internal security?
Does Link have any internal security?
Well, there'll be foils, naturally.
What are they?
Intrusion foil program.
Are they dangerous?
Well, standard IFPs are simply deterrents, but some high-level foils can be lethal.
So foils are just like IPSs, like IDSs, or just like, I don't know, firewalls? Always a pleasure. Here, before I go, what days do you stream? I'm on CD Key, Steam, Goodman Gaming. Wow, I thought I was subscribed to Goodman Gaming newsletters, but I haven't gotten one in a while. Direct to Drive and Humble. Yeah, do you do Indie Gala also, Creature? They give out a free game just about every 2 or 3 days. Like, you know, a lot of times it's just junk, but every once in a while they give out a decent game. Green Man Gaming. Yeah, Green Man Gaming.
See you later.
Yeah, Indie Gala gave me Siberia 1 and 2, which I enjoyed. But, outside of that, I don't think I've gotten any good games so far. I'm surprised you knew what DTD stood for. Yeah, I'm old, Creature. I've been around. But, yeah, most of my games I get on Good Old Games, Indie Gala, Amazon Prime Gaming, or Steam. Yeah.
Confirmed. Fluctuation.
Oh, and Epic, because even though I hate Epic, they give a lot of like current games that I enjoy playing. Okay, so we have an ID card with a jammer attached. I think we can go to the security terminal now. Yeah, no other dialogue. Let's save it. You don't know that one? Let me just send you the link. Yeah, they send a newsletter, you know, every 2 to 3 days. And it's usually some free-to-play game, or not free-to-play game, some free indie game. That's usually like a puzzle, like it's almost like they like submit like puzzle games and like simple adventure games. But you know, it's worth a try. It's free. It won't hurt you. Yeah. I do coding on Tuesdays, gaming on Thursdays, and I want to wedge in art dev streams somewhere. I'll have to check it out, man. I've always been one, like, I am not a developer by any means, but I always wanted to try out some Unity tutorials just to see what I could do with it. I'll have to send you a follow, Carrot, so I can catch one of your streams. Enough plugging myself. I need to go to bed. I do have work in the morning. Great that I find your stream via raid. See you Thursday. Take care. Take Carrot. Cute. Cute. All right, Carrot. Thank you for the follow. I'll catch you later, man. My UI is broken on Epic, sadly. Really? I've never had any issues with Epic. Except like my two-factor authentication one time I logged in and I just never got the code. So I couldn't log in all day. Camilio, what's up, man? Alright, let's go to the terminal. Let's go to the terminal. We've got our ID card with the jammer. We can hopefully hack into the terminal and give ourselves better access and get to the ground floor. Thanks for the tour.
You're welcome. I hope you've learned something about pipes.
Oh yes, it was most instructive. From now on, whenever I smell raw sewage, I'll think of you, Gilbert.
Let me give you a tip, lad. If you want to get anywhere in this city, you have to bend the rules.
In what way?
If you don't want to get entangled in red tape, you need insurance. A special policy. See my friend Anchor. He'll help you out.
Oh, okay. I know where Anchor's at. How's the game? It's good so far. Yeah. Puzzles are not super difficult. Seems intuitive enough. Let's go talk to Anchor and get this insurance policy.
Come on, Joey.
Yeah, I'm not having too many issues so far. I think the insurance guy's over here. Yeah, Anchor Insurance. I'm guessing I just name-dropped Lamb and he'll give me one. I want one of your special policies.
I want one of your special policies.
Who sent you?
Gilbert Lamb.
Gilbert Lamb.
Lamb? He's a slime ball. I can't bear the man.
I thought he was your friend.
Definitely not. I can't help you, I'm afraid.
Oh, well damn. What about a Shriebman port?
Know where I can get a Shriebman port?
Do you have medical cover?
No, I don't.
Don't even consider an operation. You wouldn't believe the blunders made by deranged surgeons.
I'm not interested in medical cover.
What about your dependents?
My only dependent is my robot, and he wants to be terminated when I die.
Right. Without my friend Rob, my existence would be futile.
What is your relationship with that robot?
We're just good friends. Joey is like a brother to me.
I can do you a sibling rivalry policy.
I don't think so. Never mind.
Okay. So I can't get an insurance policy. If I can't get an insurance policy, I can't get that port installed in my head. So maybe we have to hack a terminal first. This one probably doesn't work, right? I don't think it does. So we have to go back upstairs. Oh no, it works. Cool. There we go. Alright, we're in. That was easy. If only hacking was that easy. View documents. Briefing. Okay. That's, I guess, encrypted. No. Damn it. Do that again. 4. View documents, report. No. Special operations. File adjustment. Gilbert Lamb. Balance. Can I authorize D-Link? I changed his status to 0. Okay, he can't get anywhere. Free his assets, let's take his money. That's cool. How do I change my access? No, I guess there's no way to clear it. At least not yet. Okay, well, we've emptied Gilbert Lamb's bank account and froze his access. Let's go talk to him. Alright, let's go ask the insurance guy, just to see if that changed anything. Probably not. No.
Never.
Alright, let's go find Gilbert Lamb. What's your Steam name? Is it the same as Twitch? No, it's Hefe1234. Oh no, it is. Never mind. It's the same. I guess I changed it back. Yeah, at one point I wanted to stream Dead by Daylight matches, and I was afraid people would snipe my streams while I was playing Killer. So I changed it, and then I never played. Yeah, it's the same though. Yeah, if you see a picture of a pug, that's me. Alright, let's go find Mr. Lamb. This is not it. Oh, the apartment complex is back here. Yeah, your UI is broken, creature. What? Do you know what happened? Was it working before? Did you uninstall, reinstall all the standard troubleshooting techniques? Maybe Gallagher can help us out. Nope.
Sorry.
Nope, I guess not.
I can see through to it.
He's not here.
Hey,
let's talk. Let's talk. No?
Never mind. Hey,
No, I don't want to talk.
never.
Wait till he leaves? Can I just follow him? Maybe I could talk to him at the factory?
This card.
Oh, oops, wrong way. I guess since he doesn't have access, he can't get on the elevator. Or maybe he can. Yeah, I don't quite... Oh, oops, I left without Joey. I mean, it should be fine. I don't need him. No.
Hey,
No.
see you later.
Maybe I just have to wait for him to try to use the elevator. Yeah, okay. Trouble,
Hey,
sir?
Lamb.
Yeah, if you use Good Old Games Galaxy as well, add me and I'm on there. I actually really like the GOG Galaxy interface. It's fairly nice. Not nearly as good as Steam, but it's way better than Epic.
Do you have a problem?
Hi, lads. I was hoping to see you. My card isn't working and I can't use the elevator.
Perhaps
Alright.
you've been made a D-Link.
Don't be so bloody impertinent, lad. What will poor little Couscous do?
Who's Couscous?
My pussy. She has to be fed. What would I do if she died?
Isn't it couscous? Make a hat to match your coat.
Make a hat to match your coat?
Let's be rude.
I don't think that's very funny, lad. Besides, cat and beaver fur wouldn't match.
I could feed her for you, if I could get into your apartment.
You go down to Bellevue, and I'll authorize it so you can. By the way, Couscous likes to be pampered. Like all women, eh, lad?
Apart from D-Links, you mean? You need therapy, Lamb.
Okay.
Hey, Lamb. See you later.
Okay, so how do I get down to his apartment? Guess we just go, maybe? Maybe. Since your friend requests, I hope you don't mind. No problem. Yeah. I always enjoy seeing what other people are playing, because it gives me ideas for games to play. Not that my wish list needs to be any bigger. Hey Huff, thank you for the raid, man. What were you playing? You're still doing Hades, right? I know you're bouncing back and forth between different games though. Ooh, Beneath the Steel Sky. Yes, my first time playing it. Can I get this insurance policy? I guess not. I got money, right? I froze his assets? No.
Never mind.
Just so you know, you're gonna tell me about possibly soft locking, hard locking in this game, aren't you? There is moon logic for some puzzles, really? It's been okay so far. The only issues I've had that I've seen that I'll probably have issues with in the future is like the timing for certain things, right? Like for Gilbert Lamb, in order for me to get, I guess, permission to go to his apartment, I have to catch him outside the elevator and outside the elevator only. I can't just talk to him anywhere. So that is oddly specific. I can't use this, can I?
It's the elevator.
No. Oh, well, he did say I could feed his cat. So maybe I will... Hey, Sleeps! Thank you for the host. Yeah, so he said I could feed his couscous, his pussycat. So let's go feed that cat. I'm trying to be very diplomatic in my words. What's going on? Let's go feed this cat. Maybe I can get in this way? Yes, I can. Alright. Pussycat. It's like saying Pussy Willow. It just somehow feels dirty. Let's save. It's been a while since we've saved. Let's see. Lamb apartment. July 6th, 1741. How have you been, Sleeps? You still playing that co-op game with Scurvy Dave? Alright, let's open the machine. Oh. Well, that's kind of gross. It just squirts out cat food. Yeah. Can I pick up the cat? No. Let's check out the armchair.
The cushion is covered in grease and cat fur.
Well, that's nasty.
That looks comfortable and inviting.
Yeah, working our way through it. Yeah, I still need to get it. It is on my list. I'm definitely gonna play it, but probably much later. I was doing some Payday 2, as most of the guys were not around for Divinity Sin 2, as you asked. Yeah. Yeah, I think Johannes is also still playing Divinity Sin. Yeah, he may even still be playing Secret of Mana too. I haven't seen him stream in a while though. I know he does Variety Gaming Alliance along with Braxton every so often. Yeah. Yeah, I've never played Payday 2. Let's open up the VCR.
Robots I can program, but not video machines. It's got more buttons than a maternity dress. Might have guessed Lamb would have a TV screen like that. Big, showy, and ostentatious.
Nothing wrong with a big TV. Video cassette. Bookcase.
I didn't picture Lamb as a reader of books. They're fake, just empty cardboard boxes.
Sounds like my bookcase.
That's pathetic. I could do better. The artist must have been on something.
Alright, so all I've gotten so far is like a tape.
I'd like that if it wasn't for the fluffy sheep.
I guess let's put the cassette tape in the VCR, right? Let me turn down the speed so you guys can read this. Am I the only one that's apparently 12 years old when he sees that particular word? Oops. The videotape is standard VHS format and bears the title Pussies on Parade. Dear Lord. Oh, it's just, you know, just a couple of cats. This game is showing its age, videotape. Yeah. Yeah, growing up, I actually had a VHS player, or VCR, as they're more commonly known, and a Betamax. We had a Betamax player. I think Betamax was actually the better format too, but I think VHS won out because of porn, if that's what I'm remembering. I may be misremembering it. Yeah. I mean, back then, that's probably mind-blowing having that in the game. Yeah, that was actually real video. And it looked pretty good for VGA. Alright, well, I fed the cat. That it? Maybe I gotta go talk to Lamb, and he'll hook me up now that I've fed his cat. If I touch the machine again, what will it do?
The feeding tray is already full.
No. Alright, well, all I have is a video cassette. I guess that's all I'm supposed to do here. Yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. I had all the Disney films on VHS. Yeah. Yeah, Disney films on VHS were cool because they had that, like, plastic, like, clamshell. They looked very, I don't know, like special edition. It just looked really nice compared to, like, the standard cardboard sleeves that most movies came in. Yes, porn, because the VHS was much cheaper and easier to make. Was it really that much cheaper? What about Betamax made it so expensive? Because, like, Betamax tapes were smaller and could hold, I think, about the same amount of, movie, quote unquote. Who do I give this tape to? Gallagher? Let me see.
Here, have a present.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. The only two new items I have is a video cassette and a cable.
Here.
Definitely.
Okay. I wonder if I can just use this to get in here. That's what Boogie Nights taught me. Ah, okay. Alright. Never mind. We have all the access. Oh, we've been in here. Did we search? A certificate? Just making sure I didn't miss
Union
anything.
City Fish third prize, tropical mutant category. It's a picture of hills covered with white stuff.
Fishies. Can I pick them up?
I better not touch. It might bite.
No.
That fish must get very bored with its little world. It shows different kinds of fish. Reich must have been fond of them. It's not switched on.
Can I turn it
It
on?
doesn't work. The power must be off.
No. And then a machine.
It must be empty. The poor fish will be hungry.
I guess that's it. Alright, let's go back and see what we can do with this videotape. Yeah. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Yes. A repeating sound effect. Okay, so this elevator won't let me. Yeah, I can't get down this elevator. I can't get insurance. And I can't get over to the plastic surgeon to get the port installed in my head. All I have is a cassette tape and a cable. So let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. What do I need to do here? In order to get to the plastic surgeon, I have to have an insurance policy. That's all I know right now.
Never mind.
Once I get the insurance policy, I get the port installed in my head. Once I get the port installed in my head, I can hack the link terminal and get access to the elevator. I think that's where we're at.
Here, have a present.
You're joking, yeah?
Thought you would like a videotape of cats
Here,
playing.
have a present.
You're joking.
No. What else can I give you that you would want?
Is it in? Of course, that's a.
No. I don't think I have anything.
Not in mine. You could.
Oh, maybe if I go back and talk to Anita. I think if I go back and talk to Anita.
Here's my ID.
I don't want your.
No. I'm just gonna give him everything
Here,
just to
you're
test it out. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back and talk to Anita. Because I think we changed her security clearance too. And I hope that will allow her to help me out. It's weird, the aesthetics of this game is very like Blade Runner-ish, but the music is very lighthearted. I can't go there. What about you, sir? What did you want?
Where can I get a Schriebman port?
What's that?
An interface which allows humans to talk to computers.
Like a mouse, you mean?
No, it's a surgically implanted slot.
Say, I've heard of those things. They give them to perverts, don't they? Are you a pervert?
Certainly not.
Well, you sure look like one.
I mean, it depends on your definition, right?
Never mind.
Yeah, okay. Well, biosurgery definitely has a Schriebman port. So maybe if I talk to them... Look at that butt. Alright, let's knock. Oh wait, actually, let's talk to the
It's a
projector.
holograph.
I want a Schriebman port.
I want a Schriebman port.
Your name, please?
Robert Foster.
There's little chance of seeing the doctor.
Why not?
I have instructions not to disturb him. Unless you wish to pay cash, of course.
I have money. I have money. Can I do that?
I'm afraid I am unable to engage in physical interaction.
That's a relief.
Let's talk again. Can anyone else supply the port?
Can anyone
No.
else supply the port?
Oh no, the service is unique to Dr. Burke.
Good grief, it's positively pornographic. Naked people with extra parts. The things folk do for fashion.
Damn. Okay. Guess there's, yeah,
I'm
no other
just-
dialogue. Take one of our brochures. Yeah, so I need to get the money out of this dude's
This
account.
door has no.
No.
It's as im-
Alright, let's go talk to Anita. Anita and then possibly Lamb. They'll either get us the money or just get us where we need to go. Because I know what I need to do. I just don't know what the next step is. Where is this elevator at? There it is. Ah, I took the scenic route. Let me speed it up. Oop. Okay. I guess wait for... I really don't want to wait for Joey. Sorry, Joey. Joey the robot's just gonna have to chill up here. Let's talk to Lamb again. I fed your cat, and I give you money. Nope.
See you later.
Ah.
Hey. I've got...
Not.
Oop.
Hey.
Maybe I can
Lamb,
blackmail him?
I've got something for...
Not.
Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, let's go talk to Anita. Since we can go anywhere. Hopefully this works. Because I'm running out of ideas here.
Excuse me.
I haven't talked to the man, actually.
What's your job?
God.
I can't hear what you're saying. It's a waste of time talking to you. You're wasting your breath. Excuse...
That it? Forget it. Okay. Anita.
Check.
Can you understand the guy in the suit?
Not in the least. But I don't think he can hear me either.
See you later.
Okay.
I'd like you to have this gift.
I've no use for personal...
Here's my card.
I don't know where you got, and I don't particularly... But whatever, you don't show it to anyone else.
Okay. Damn, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? I can try the terminal again. If I go in there, it's gonna kill me.
It's firmly... I suppose it's a protective screen.
I mean, let's try it for fun. It'll probably kill me. Oh, okay. That doesn't really mean anything to me. Initiate shutdown procedure? Oh, no, I don't have access. Open reactor door? It's gonna kill me. Yeah.
I've got a discrepancy of 0.13.
Oh. Alright, let's restore. Okay, let's not do that. What do I do with this stupid cat video? I'll offer vague hints if you are stuck, only if you want them. RIP. Yeah. I mean... Hold on, let me just see if there's any new dialogue. No?
Never...
So I need money to get this insurance policy. Well, I need money to get this port. Right? So I need to figure out how to do that. I've got this cable. What the hell am I supposed to do with this cable? Oh, wait a minute. I wonder. Can I use this cable as like a rope? Am I on the right path? Hold on a second. Let me check something. This doesn't offer anything new, does it? No. Personal? Stephen Reich, balance 6,000, link status 5, recent transactions, exotic fisheries, motor services, dangerous spike sub. View documents. Yeah. I wonder if I need to decrypt these. File adjustment. Nope, I've already cleared them out. Maybe I can use the cable to swing across that chasm? Or maybe I can get across here without this frying me? Let's save it as a test. Alright, let me try a few things first, Edwina. Let me try a few things. I hacked this, so maybe I can use it. Without dying?
Not you again. Come here.
Oh.
Are you
sh-
using that dirty card again?
I tried wiping it on my sleeve,
Give me that card now.
if you insist.
Looks just fine. Must have been a glitch in the scanner.
Okay, nope, so I can't do that. Do you want a cat video?
Look what we don't do.
No. What about you? Cat video?
Do you
Get
No. Alright, let's try the factory. We'll go to the top of the factory. Top of the factory. Stairs. Take the stairs. Let's see. So if this doesn't work, what are our options? This. Can we use the cable here? No, we can't. That doesn't work.
security? That must be their headquarters.
Nope, that does not work. Yeah, I need this port. I need this port installed, but I don't have the money. So where do I get the money? Maybe talk to the mechanic again?
I can't. There's no way. I'm not picking. That's no use. There's no job.
There's no jug. I don't even know what that means. Nope, that's not gonna help. No. Okay, I think this is a dead end. What's left? What's left for me to do? What's left for me to do? Trying to think what other options there are.
Hope that a guy.
Yeah, I need the port installed. I need money. I thought I had money on this ID card. This is just the old man. I don't think there's anything I need to do here. Yeah. Nope. Now that's an annoying sound effect. Good thinking on the cable, just not quite right. Am I in the right area though? Can I combine items with items? No. No, I don't think that's that type of game, right? I can't make like a grappling hook, can I? Is he overthinking again? Maybe.
Access.
What do we have here? Can't put anything in the furnace. Yeah. What is that? Nope, can't do anything with that. Is there any new dialogue with the security guys? Security officers? No.
Never. Oh.
Is there anything new if I put the ID card in this terminal? No. Same stuff. Union City News. Comprehensive policies. And then security services is the same thing. Yeah, I've already done that. But this... This is interesting. But probably a dead end? Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. There's nothing Norville has to say, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get that port before I can take this elevator, I think.
Hey,
And Lamb has nothing to say.
see you.
What if I give him my
Hey.
card?
I've got something.
No,
No? He doesn't care about the cassette tape.
Hey, I've got.
no.
What am I missing? What am I missing? Here? I don't think this is a dead end, right? Oh.
What happened here?
Sabotage chopper crashed. Destroyed the hospital.
A hospital. That's tragic.
Could have been worse. It almost hit the factory.
Port is next on the list. Okay. So I need money. I need cash. I thought I took the money out of Lamb's account.
When will this wreckage be cleared?
When the cleanup crew arrive, walkway is off limits. You'll have to take the elevator down to Bellevue,
Where is the elevator?
right outside the factory entrance.
Do you mind if I walk?
There's nothing much to see. They've already scraped out the remains of the crew.
Were there any survivors?
Yeah, the dirty sab who caused the crash. But Captain Reich will deal with him. He's a living legend among security men.
Captain Reich is kind of dead.
So you reckon it was sabotage?
Things don't crash without a reason. I don't want to be a scaremonger, but it was probably the work of crazes from Hobart.
Never mind.
That's it, right?
That chopper's a write-off. I was lucky to get out alive.
Okay, so I need to get the port. I need to get the port. But I need money. Maybe I can go talk to the travel services again? Either that or something involving Joey. Not Hobart. There's Joey. Maybe the travel company has something it needs to talk about? Let's see. Maybe he likes cat videos, which would be kind of weird.
Here, have
Bushel.
Doesn't matter.
It's a wooden case.
Can I pop a cassette tape in there? What about Joey? Can you interface with that
Can you
computer?
interface with that computer, Joey?
That's not a good idea,
Why not?
because the system has a virus.
How can you tell?
Just believe me, I know these things.
Maybe something involving Joey. Maybe it's something involving Joey. Alright, let's go over to maybe a terminal, and maybe Joey can hacksaw some stuff here. Yeah.
What do you
No.
know about art, Joey?
Do you include welding under that topic?
Well, I suppose so. If it's creative welding.
I could make a few improvements to that sculpture.
Yeah, let's bring Joey to all the areas here. Alright, Joey, where are you? Is he not coming in? There he is.
Can you interface with that computer, Joey?
I could if I wanted to.
I'm asking you to do it.
Correction, you're ordering me to do it.
Don't be pedantic. Just do it.
What am I searching for?
Anything on Overman for a start.
Oh, here we go. Okay, this is new.
This directory is a hopeless mess. I'm going to reorganize his hard drive. That's better. There's nothing on Overman, though.
Damn. Okay.
Use your welder on that statue, Joey.
What for?
That anchor could be useful.
Oh,
I'm always ready for a spot of welding.
okay. Tie the anchor to the cable. Use that. Use that as a grappling hook.
Get your robot away from my statue.
Shit. Okay.
The anchor is firmly attached to the statue.
Try cutting that anchor. Okay, I need to distract him somehow.
Never mind.
Okay. How do I distract him? Damn it.
Try cutting.
I can't with that guy watching, yeah?
How do I distract this guy?
It shows the state of business, and it doesn't look good.
Oh.
Never.
How do I distract you, sir? Want a light bulb?
Here.
You joke.
No, I've tried to give him everything.
You joke.
Try cut.
I can't with that guy watching, yeah?
How do I get rid of this guy? Ugh. And this guy has nothing new, right? Oh, here we go.
Did you know your computer has a virus?
It can't happen.
My robot assures me it does.
Get a life. That's just a welder on wheels.
Show him, Joey. Analyze his brain patterns.
You sure? It's like a cesspit in there. He's obsessed with archaic images of masculinity and his failure to live up to them.
Wow.
He sees the laws banning motorbikes as repressive, a form of institutionalized castration.
All right, knock it off.
His ideal woman would be a combination of his mother and his first moped.
You leave my moped out of this.
Wow. Okay. That moment in point-and-click adventure games where you just run everything in hopes that something happens. It's beautiful. Always bring a tears to an old man's eye. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, because you just never know what they're thinking.
It doesn't. Never mind.
But that didn't even work. That was just dialogue for the sake of dialogue.
Bigger than the one I used.
Oh, you can spin it? Okay. Okay, can I take apart the sculpture? No. My guess is maybe Joey will help me in the plastic surgery office. So let's go over there. If that doesn't work, I am kind of at a dead end here. I can't get that anchor. And I can't get inside here. Where's Joey at? Yeah, he has no additional dialogue. Let's wait for Joey to see if he can talk some sense into this man. He really is just taking his time, though. There he is. What can you do here, Joey? Nope, you can't do anything. Alright. What about here? Can he open the door for us?
I wouldn't bear my bum if it looked like that.
Alright, Joey. Time to shine? Ah, here we go.
Try talking to that hologram, Joey.
What for?
I need to see the doctor, and she won't let me in.
What shall I say to her?
So I wonder, is like every puzzle like initially tied to Joey?
Try to persuade her to open the door.
Why don't you forget about the operation?
I can't. I need that port.
Hopefully this works.
My human friend needs to see the doctor.
That's not possible at present.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to being alone with you.
Forget it. I've heard about you welders.
No? What else?
Try chatting up.
Didn't you see? She ignored me.
You were probably being too familiar with her. Try to be more businesslike.
What do you want me to say?
Use your imagination.
Use your imagination.
Sure.
Do I have to? She gives me the creeps.
It's only a hologram. Surely you can outwit it.
Hi, my name's Joey.
Wow, that didn't work very well at all.
Try check.
This is the, what do you want me to...
Use your natural charm on her.
I've got an idea. I'll try the subtle approach.
Here we go.
Hey, you! Open that door.
I take my orders from Dr. Burke.
I take mine from Oberman.
Oh, why didn't you say so before?
Really?
Good grief.
Really? Alright, so my default puzzle solving in this game is to always defer to Joey. Because Joey is always the answer. July 6. Okay, we're in.
A body scanner. It's an old phrenological diagram.
What's good, Hefe? Hey, Nix, how are you? Not much, just playing a little Beneath the Steel Sky. I kind of had to throw everything plus the kitchen sink at this last puzzle. But we finally got through. We were trying to get through this door into the doctor. So, and we finally did it by just getting our robot to do it for us. So from now on, I'm just going to try the robot as my first solution.
That looks ominous and scary. It's operated via the computer. What a chair! It's a masterpiece in upholstery.
The Roboto is helpful, yeah. Oh.
A diagnostic computer.
Nope, can't use it. Gas cylinder.
Surely that's supposed to be for his patients. If I sniff that, I might end up like the doctor.
Guess we gotta talk to the doctor?
Excuse me.
Don't make me jump like that.
Sorry, didn't realize you were busy.
Just practicing. I like to keep my hand in. But what can I do for you?
I need a Schriebman port.
Here we go.
Really? Do you have sufficient credit?
Ooh.
All I've got are the clothes I'm wearing.
In that case, you require the Easy Pay scheme.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Kidney, lung, or testicles.
Oh lord.
What?
Which organ do you wish to sell?
I'm not selling anything.
No parts, no port. Send in the next customer.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me.
Maybe I wouldn't miss a kidney?
Maybe I wouldn't miss a kidney.
I'll have to run some tests. Stand behind the scanner, please. Turn around, please. I can't use either of them.
Why
Oh.
not?
They're too good to sell at second hand. I'd have to overprice myself to be profitable.
You make money by trading people's organs?
What else would I do with them?
Open a restaurant?
Oh, my kidneys are too good.
Excuse me.
Let's try this again. Too good? Yeah. Suppose I could spare a
I
lung?
suppose I could spare a lung.
This is probably not going to work
Let's
either.
have a look at them first.
On the scanner?
Yes, please. Hold still, please. Has someone been experimenting on you?
Why do you ask that?
I've never seen a body quite like yours before.
Oh, why thank you. I've been working
I'm
out.
afraid I can't use them.
Is there something wrong? Tell me, Doc. I can take it.
You're simply too healthy. Most bodies would reject your organs.
That doesn't make any sense. Your body's too healthy, so other people's bodies would reject them. Beep beep boop. Yeah. So he's using the... Oh.
Excuse me. I guess I'll have to sell you my...
It's not as bad as you think. When I said I'd take your testes, I meant after your death.
Oh,
That's a great
well, that's good.
consolation.
All I require from you now is your consent. Take a seat, please.
Oh, that was easy enough.
Do you use local anesthetic?
Oh no, it doesn't hurt. Any more than having your ears pierced.
I don't believe you.
In that case, I need a general anesthetic.
You now have a Schriebman port. You may experience headaches, but don't worry, it's quite normal.
All this for a butt lift? Nah, all this for a hole in my head. Let me see if I can do anything with this guy.
Poor devil.
Hello there.
You're conscious.
Oh yes.
You don't look so good.
Well, thanks very much. Full marks for your bedside manner. Have you brought me any grapes?
Grapes?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Grapes make me feel quite squeamish. They remind me of eyeballs.
This is wonderfully weird. Yeah, it's a bit eccentric.
Do you know anyone called Overman?
I've never heard of him.
I'm trying to escape from the city.
Is that why you needed the operation?
What operation? I have to go now.
Drop by again sometime.
Okay.
Excuse me. Your receptionist certainly is strange.
That's my wife you're talking about.
You're married to a hologram?
She wasn't a hologram when we wed. She died last year, but I decided to keep her.
Married
Doesn't
to
the
a
fact that she's
hologram.
dead distress you?
No, she's a lot less trouble than when she was alive.
Wow, that is rude. Hi. This is my favorite game back in the day. Amelia, how are you? Yeah, I've never actually played Beneath the Steel Sky. I have played other games by this developer, Broken Sword 1 through 5, but I don't think I've played anything else from Revolution Software. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it, and I do want to play the sequel after this as well. Can you get me to ground level?
Can you get me to ground level, Doc?
I have my reputation to consider. If you're determined, you might ask my friend Willy. Just tell him I sent you. He has a rather special policy.
Oh, okay, so I can get the insurance policy here, I think. Yeah, so far I haven't had too much issue with the puzzles. Like Joey the robot is definitely a big help. I had a bad knock on the head.
I've had a bad knock on the head.
Any after effects?
Yeah, pain.
Impairment of vision?
I keep seeing flying saucers.
Any dizziness?
Yeah, I can hardly stand.
You know, I get exactly the same myself. I wish I knew what causes it.
Yeah, I think we're still near the beginning, as far as I can tell. We haven't even gotten to the ground floor yet.
Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Okay, but we have the Schriebman port in my head. So I think we can go get an insurance policy
Never.
from Willy, and then hack the scanner, I guess? Yeah.
Never.
Alright, let's go talk to Willy about an insurance policy. And then see what we can do with this Schriebman port. We have options. All I need to do is get on this elevator and get to the ground floor. Insurance policy. So my guess is also, if this guy's name is Willy, no, his name is Anchor. Let's see. Yes.
I want one of your special policies.
Who sent you?
Burke. Dr. Burke.
The ghoul, huh? He's cool. So, how can I help you?
Here
Can
we
you
go.
Get me out of the city?
It's dangerous. Are you sure you've got the balls?
Right now I do.
That's a delicate subject.
Wait here. I have to make a call.
Here we go. Get out of here. Alright, Joey.
Quick,
Get that anchor.
Get that anchor while he's away. And hurry before the jerk gets back.
So we use the anchor, tie it to the cable, and now we'll have a grappling hook. Okay, I should be able to combine items? Yes, look at that. Let's get this insurance policy.
Any luck with your contact?
Security have put a hold on comms. Seems there's a saboteur on the loose.
Could you try?
I suppose so. Wait here.
Oh, okay, so I'm not actually supposed to get the insurance policy. I'm just supposed to have him leave the desk so I can get the anchor. Alright, let's go back upstairs. Let's save, actually. Save. Alright, let's get back on this elevator. Get into this factory. Go Batman style and get across this walkway. I don't think we need Joey right now, so we'll just leave him behind. We could have waited. Maybe we don't need him. Maybe we don't need him. Okay, into the factory. Up the stairs. To the walkway. Stairs. There we go. Okay. This has to work, because I'm out of ideas. Alright.
This could be the most stupid thing I've ever done.
Here we go. Alright, we're in. Let's save that. Now what? Lockers?
It's locked.
Locked.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
This is Silent Hill all over again.
It's locked.
Everything's locked.
It's locked.
That it? Really? Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's go through. Interface?
Comfortable and aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, that doesn't do anything. Terminal, scanner, and an elevator door. Let's go to the terminal.
To insert.
Ah, this is the same stuff over and over again. Yeah, this is not helpful. Special operations, no. Personal, no. Okay. What is this interface for? Oh, there's a slot here. Hold on.
It's the link that I don't.
What is this doing? Oh, what? Oh, okay, this is what that Shriebman port was for. Link Environment Manager, unknown format, size 13K, file unreadable, data format unrecognized. This is so weird, right? Carswell Sentinel, for security use only. Engineers should refer to Program Manual IC40 before test or deletion. Welcome to the Matrix, Neo. Bish bash bosh. Oh. Compressed data. This is odd. No, disconnect. Oh, I am not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I am So what happens if I leave? Carpet bag? It's a folder. Open? Oh, like this? Oh, okay. This is really weird. Birthday surprise? So what if I disconnect the oh! Okay, that didn't work. I was gonna disconnect the security system. Let's try that again. Let's try this again. I love the link puzzles. Yeah, this is like a whole new degree of weird. So don't disconnect. Info? What about info on the tuning fork? No. Open. I don't know what this is. Let's try it. No. Decompress. There we go. Oh, password. How do I open? No? Info. There we go. Access to password protected nodes. Info. Code breaker. Briefing.doc. I can't open the document. No. Decompress. Oh, decrypt. Here we go. Decrypt that. I'm a hacker. Open. No, info. Oh, maybe now that it's hacked, not it's hacked, now that it's decrypted, I can actually open the file in a link terminal. But before we do that, let's just wander around some more. Should probably save, right? Before I get myself killed. Let's just type in link. Exit, exit. Let's go here. Oh! Let me check that other door. Check that other door. Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. Okay. Oh, this doesn't look fun. I mean, there's nothing for me to do here. Oh. Oh, I only have 2, though. Wait, what? Oh, that's it. What if I grab this? Hold on, let's try red first. No. I put both of them on there. Then grab this one. Go up here. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. And we're through! No? Hold on. Can I not go through? Yes, I can. Alright. And a book. Info on the book and the statue. Phoenix program. Okay. Let's decrypt that document. And let's look at that. So, Phoenix.doc has been decrypted. So I think that's it. Let's disconnect. Now we should be able to go to the terminal and look at these files. Security services. Documents. Briefing. There we go. Mother Maria Piero, native of Hobart, removed child in bid to defect back to Hobart. Flight terminated. No infant remains found at crash site. Well, that's morbid. 10 out of 10. Thank you. Search all Gap Dweller camps in area. Return Overman to Link at all costs. Subject has been assumed the name of Foster. That's me. What about report? No authority on record for increased status and promotion to supervisor. Unlawful true intrusion. Suspected action. Level 3 surveillance. Oh, Reich. That's the guy that got killed. And they're talking about Gilbert Lamb. So they're just surveilling him. Phoenix. Special operative reference, Reich. Subject status clearance. The bearer is authorized to utilize Phoenix status override in the course of investigation. Special security services. Okay. So status request. Authority granted for temporary enhancement of Link status. Agent granted access to all sectors. Duration 48 hours. That's what I needed. That is what I needed. So I should be able to use the elevator now.
My name is Robert Overman. But why does Link want me? And what's happened to my father?
Let's save. And let's try using this. Can we just go through? Yeah, we're through. There we go. Okay. Let's go down to the elevator. Pick up Joey. And let's get out of this. Let's get out of this section. Been here far too long. Alright, Joey. Let's make like a tree. Get the hell out of here. Gotta wait for him. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Joey.
Joey must have forgotten he'd changed shells.
Oops.
I hope his board isn't broken.
Alright. Ground floor. Poor Joey. July 6th. Make like a tree and cause my allergies to flare up. Yes. Gotta get on that Claritin and Flonase game. Because nature is out to kill each and every one of us. Joey! Yeah, poor Joey.
It's too heavy to carry.
Can I fix you, Joey? I have a wrench and a metal bar. Oh, come on. Nope.
I ought to move that trash. It's too heavy.
Okay, so I need something to carry you. Let's grab the rope. Oh, that did not work.
Far too heavy to lift.
Maybe I can tie the cable to you? Oh wait, well,
Excuse
woman,
me.
I want to talk to the woman.
Hello! Hello, darling.
Oh God.
I don't believe we've met.
No, I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont, but you can call me Danielle.
Man, sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Do you know someone called Overman?
Why, yes, I do. He worked with my husband, Professor Piermont. Why? Are you interested in Overman?
He was my father.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Overman's only son died in an accident.
That was no accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security. My mother was killed, but I survived, and I've read a document which proves it.
Incredible! Your mother was a great friend to me. If there's any way I can help you, just ask.
Does she sound familiar? I mean, kind of sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire, but no, nothing really comes to mind.
How do I get out of the city?
Now, why would you want to do that? There's nothing in the gap but sand and savages.
But that's where I live.
Oh, how ghastly for you, my dear.
How ghastly! Oh, is she from? Oh, right. From. Is she from Broken Sword? Right? No? Yeah, is that her? Yeah, is that her? In the lobby of the hotel?
What's the mutt's name?
Well, really? He's not a mutt. His name is Spunky.
Spunky. Yep, well, technically this one came before. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's been... I think I played through the Broken Sword series maybe 2 years ago, so it's been a while. I think the most recent one I played was Broken Sword 5, and that was last year. But I played Broken Sword 1 and 2 offline a few years back. Yeah. Yeah, actually, the only Broken Sword I did not finish was Broken Sword 4. I don't know why, but that game just was not good. Like, I was even okay with Broken Sword 3. But 4 was just, it was too much for me. The puzzles just, I felt like the puzzles were really, really too difficult. He looks like he's got fleas.
He looks like he's got fleas.
He has millions of them. But he's allergic to the flea powder.
Why don't you give him a good bath?
Oh, I've tried, but he can't bear to get wet.
Wonder if that's a puzzle. Getting rid of his fleas.
Never mind. Excuse?
I guess
Never
that's it. Nope. Let's talk to the guard.
What's through that door?
It's off limits to the likes of you.
I just wondered where it leads.
It's the old cathedral. There's nothing interesting in there. In fact, it's empty.
It's empty or empty? Why guard an empty cathedral?
Why guard an empty cathedral?
I'm not guarding it exactly. I'm just standing there.
Preventing me from entering.
Yes.
Do you know the woman with the dog?
Oh, yes. That's Mrs. Piermont, the richest woman in Union City. And the ugliest.
Wow. That is very, rude.
What's the best way out of the city?
There isn't a way out.
Then the inhabitants are no better than prisoners.
That's the price of progress.
Never mind.
Can I grab this dog? No, I cannot. Okay, so I need to move him, but he's too heavy. So I was thinking... Can I move this plank?
That's too big and heavy to carry.
What do I got? I have rope, I have the bricks. Can I move the bricks
Far
somehow?
too heavy to lift.
Let me think, let me think. So if I pull the rope, that does the bricks. But there's nothing to tie the rope
It's
to.
attached to some bricks via a pulley. I ought to move.
If I tie the cable to the bricks, maybe? Something like that? No? Tie the cable to the rope? No? Maybe I just need to walk around. Maybe I should walk around. Ground floor. Left or right? Left or right? Hey, thanks for the follow, Amelia. It's awesome of you. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Have you played Beyond a Steel Sky? I'm curious how it compares to the original, since it's been, what, 28, now 26 years? Yeah, because this game came out in '94 and the sequel came out last year. I assume the sequel is by Revolution Software as well. Oh yeah, did you guys hear about the Clifford Big Red Dog live action movie? So live action, but I'm assuming Clifford is like a CG dog. I played it way back. Haven't played the new one, but it looks great. Yeah. Yeah, the sequel looks very, very nice. Headboy G, thank you for the host. Thank you for the host. Yeah, no, I have not seen the trailer for Clifford, the live action movie. Was there interest from like the public at large to see a Clifford live action movie? Like I remember seeing it. You know, the old show as a kid, but I didn't realize Clifford was that popular. Let's look at the statue. He's a big old CG dog, yeah. Not a guy in a costume. No, they used a real big red dog. Nice. I totally believe you, creature. Totally believe you. I demanded the movie, they complied. Yeah. I'm sure Sleep sent a very sternly worded letter. I don't know if people wanted it, but it's what we got. Yeah.
Nothing I could use that statue for.
Yeah, I think the last trailer I saw was the new Candyman trailer, which looked interesting. I'll have to go back and rewatch the old Candyman, but it seems like the remake, maybe? The sequel? I don't know if it's a remake or sequel to Candyman. It looks like it's going to be good. I hope they bring back the original actor.
Nothing I could use that stat. The big guy's sacks are spilling their contents.
The big guys... what? Are spilling their contents. Got a door, another statue.
It's a little man carrying a log. Nothing I could use that statue for.
Exit. Oh, he's guarding. Let's go see what he's doing.
Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have it.
I don't have one. This is a private club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
That piss off caught me by surprise a little bit. In that most movies anymore, did we really want a Space Jam sequel, or did they really just say, sure, this will make money? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I enjoyed Space Jam, but I don't think, you know, I was losing sleep over the fact that it didn't have a sequel. Piss off. Yeah. He said that with that accent, which just makes it sound more legit. Have you heard of the term virtual theater in relation to this game? Virtual theater? No, I have not. What does that mean? Saw a trailer for Pig, the new Nick Cage movie. What? Nick Cage loves that truffle pig? What is going on? Wait, what? There's a Nick Cage movie and it's called Pig? What? People can't make anything new these days. Yeah. How do I join the club?
How do I join the club?
you have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment, frequented only by those with the proper credentials. You mean people with money? No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
Damn. It's real? Oh, look. Hold on a second. Pig Nick Cage movie. What? Living alone in the Oregon wilderness, a truffle hunter returns to Portland to find the person who stole his beloved pig? Is it like an action revenge story like John Wick, like they killed his dog? What? Dude, Nick Cage is an interesting individual. Like, I've seen him star in literally everything. Like, I know at one point he was, like, hard up for money because he had spent so much money in his heyday on, like, castles and shit everywhere. But, yeah, he is, he gets an undue amount of hate. He definitely gets an undue amount of hate. People think he, like, phones it in a lot of times, which, you know, sometimes he does. But, you know, get that money. Get that money. You can't say he hasn't, like, gone outside of his comfort zone. Like, that man he's like that friend in your group where no matter what you ask to do, he's always down for it. Snowboarding, totally down. Bar hopping, totally down. Hiking, down. Skateboarding, down. Laser tag, snow tubing, shark cage diving. Dude, Nick Cage will do anything with you. He is that guy. I want to see it, to be honest. Did you guys see the trailer for the Fat Man trailer? It's basically Mel Gibson is Santa, and it's like an action movie. Like I think like a bunch of assassins are sent to kill Santa Claus, and you know, John Wick style combat ensues. I like the fact that he has a shrunken head collection. I mean, who does that? I'll tell you who. Nick Cage. Nick Cage will do literally anything. I like his energy. I know he's got to be a fun time in person. Yeah. Like, I can't say like he's like my favorite actor, but I always see him in everything. Everything. He was good in 9mm. Was it 9mm? That was a freaky horror type movie. Wait, was it 9mm? Or no, 8mm. I might be mixing up my millimeters. You watched Fat Man? How was it? 8mm, yeah. The one where he ended up like seeing like a snuff film. Yeah, that movie's a trip. Yeah, that was a good movie. I heard Nick can be a jerk on set, but I think a lot of actors get that rumor about them on sets. Yeah. I'm sure it like comes with the territory. Yeah, oh, here's my small brush with celebrity. So, one of my wife's friends, before he joined the military, he went to LA with his family and he tried to make it as an actor. And he was in that movie with Ashton Kutcher and Kevin Costner. It was that movie where they had to like rescue people, right? I think it was like a Coast Guard type movie. Coast Guard movie? Yeah, Coast Guard movie. What was it called? The Guardian. Yeah. So my wife's friend was actually lucky enough to get a speaking part on The Guardian. And he said, yeah, Ashton Kutcher's a dick. Like he tried to say hi to him, and Ashton Kutcher just wasn't having it. Just wasn't having it. I sent you the LinkedIn whisper because I don't want to be banned by the bot. Alright, Edwina, I'll check it out. Virtual theater. Yeah, that's interesting. I know if virtual theater is what I'm thinking it is, I remember Xbox used to have something similar, at least on Xbox 360, where you could watch a movie and then you could start like an Xbox party, and it would be like a movie theater style setting, right? Where everyone's Mii's or whatever the Xbox equivalent avatars would come in, and you could watch the movie together. I'm a jerk on set. I just yell and throw my tea on the ground. I feel like you do that even when no one's watching Sleeps. You just tantrum. Just tantrum. I believe that 100% sounds right. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher does not seem like an approachable dude to me. He seems like he would be a jerk. What goes on in the club?
What goes on in the club? If I was to tell you that this club provides recreational facilities par excellence for a clientele with elegance and taste, I'd be lying through my teeth.
You just said it was exclusive.
Oh, it is exclusive, but seedy. The reason people come here is the cheap booze, and the fact that it's off limits to security.
So there's no security and it's cheap booze, so it's basically a dive bar. It allows in-game characters to wander around the game world independently of each other, performing everyday life actions, which was not previously possible, and all characters and objects occupied space. Consequently, non-player characters had to sidestep the player's protagonist and any other object they came across, as well as the player having to sidestep them, achieving a more realistic game world that previous engines were unable to provide. Interesting. So is it almost like a Second Life? Or like PS Home type of environment? I always hear insane stories about Flo from Progressive being a bad person. So Flo used to be a stand-up comedian before she got on the Progressive, money train. Yeah. Unrelated, I did switch from Progressive to Geico to save money. Yeah, I had Geico for a little bit. I miss PS Home, it was so much fun. Yeah, I never got into it. Like, I was an Xbox 360 person up until basically PS4 and Xbox One came out, and then I did end up getting a PS3. But I think by that time, PS Home was done. I trust the Gecko more. I trust whoever shows me the most commercials.
Smart shoes. Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes. The design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going.
And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been.
Interesting. Yeah, I've heard women look at other people's shoes a lot. At least that's what my wife says. She says she always looks at people's shoes. I never look at people's shoes. Word saved like $50. Yeah, it's important to shop around. It's the engine that was created by Revolution Software, a game engine. As in, the characters walk around the world independently. That sounds trippy. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah. There was this old chat / I guess MMO thing by Sierra back in the 90s called The Realm. I think it's actually still active. Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me? What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
My guess is it's not that easy. I'm gonna talk to her, and she's going to want something from me. They use the same but updated engine in Beyond a Steel Sky as 2. Okay, I'll check that out. I always look at hair first. I used to look at hair until I started losing my hair. Yeah. If you guys get a chance, there is this really good documentary on Second Life called Second Skin. I always like seeing how technology converges with online and in-person relationships, and Second Skin kind of follows a couple that had been, I guess, married or dating on Second Life for years, never met, but then they finally decided to meet. I think he was from Russia, she was from the States. He came over, they got married, and they kind of follow their story. And I think Second Skin also follows, it's been years since I've watched this, but a WoW clan, or just a town in Indiana, a small town that I guess is host to a bunch of, like single gamers, right? Like this town is where gamers go to kind of just be with other gamers. I think that was in Second Skin as well. It was overall just a very interesting documentary. Mine's growing back a bit, but the solution isn't for everyone. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of just... If it continues thinning and it gets to a point where I'm like rocking the Jean-Luc Picard, I'll just shave it off. But as long as I can give off the reasonable facsimile that I still have my hair, I'll keep doing it. I just have to be around people that are not taller than me. I don't want them to see my comb over. I gotta go to bed now. Have a nice rest of the stream. It's almost midnight. Hey, Edwina, good seeing you again. Take care of yourself, and I hope I see you again. Sorry it's so late. It's just I get off work around that time, so I can't really stream any earlier, unless it's during the weekend. But have a good one. Yeah, I'll catch you next time. Senor, I love this game. Are you thinking of playing the sequel that was recently released? Hey, Lee. Yes. Yeah, I have it on my wish list. It's currently on sale. Normally $35, but on sale for $20. But you know how cheap I am. It's 70% off or bust. And the game's got to be like retail, like less than $20. So, yeah, I do want to play the sequel, but I'm in no rush. Alright, so let's talk to Mrs. Piermont and get access to this exclusive club. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying myself, Lee. Bah, wait till it's $3.99. Exactly. Game's got to be $10 or less normally, and then 70% off. Though I still have not bought Deus Ex 1 or 2, and they regularly, probably like every other month, go on sale for like 97 cents on Good Old Games. Would you sponsor me?
Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you.
Prove it.
But I don't want to visit the club. I'll call the manager from my apartment. Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
Dear Lord. So I'm sponsored, I guess? Let's save and finish talking to everybody. So we can get into the club, but I don't know why we would want to go into the club. Let's do 1800. Yeah, are you enjoying Elite Dangerous still, Lee? Can I just go in the elevator with you? Nope, too late. Maybe later I'll do that.
Hello, who are you?
My name's Vincent. What's yours?
I'm Robert. You can call me Rob.
My name's Vincent. What's yours?
Why aren't you at school, Vincent?
My tutor's malfunctioned. I tried to reprogram it to play video games.
Would you like me to repair your tutor?
I can do that myself. But then I'd have to go back to my studies.
I love his voice acting. It's great.
What's that you're playing with?
It's my handheld games console.
Neat. What's the game?
It's called Fleecy the Lamb.
That sounds nice. What's the objective?
Torch the mutant psychos with your flamethrower and stop Dr. Mantis from butchering the orphans.
But that's horrible.
Yeah, I've played better.
I've played better.
What other games have you got?
Not many, 'cause they're too expensive. They're smuggled into the city from Hobart. I've got Nobby, the platform game, Onan the Barbarian, and
Onan.
Revenge of the Deadly Dandelions.
I suppose they keep you out of mischief.
Playing Elite too much, yes. I'm a billionaire now and ranked up to get the biggest ships in the game. Yeah, I played it for a good, probably 12 or 13 hours, but man, it was kind of a time sink, right? Like, especially for some of the higher paying missions, you'd have to take warps to like 5, 6, 7, 8 different hops. And there was one particular mission, I can't remember what outpost it was, but I warped into the area and then, set coordinates to the outpost. And it was like 30 minutes. It was like a 30-minute ride to this outpost after I'd warped to to that galaxy. And I was like, man, this game just doesn't respect my time. I sat there for 30 minutes you know, because I wanted to complete this mission, but yeah, it's apparently there's no way around that particular mission either. Like, all the people on the subreddit basically just recommended that you avoid taking missions to that area. And I haven't encountered any players either. I know that's a thing. To time sync, you have to unlock better frame ship drives to jump longer distances. Lots of grinds for everything. Yeah. My issue wasn't like the frame ship drive. Is like when I actually got to that location, trying to get to the outpost, because it dumps you off like near the first planet, and the outpost is like near the 8th planet, and there was like really no way around it. Yeah. Very, very pretty game though, and I do like how much of a space simulation it is. I still haven't landed on a planet yet either.
Do you know a man called Overman?
No, Rob. Why do you want to know?
He's my dad.
Aren't you a little old to have a dad?
Last time I saw him, I was a little boy. I was taken away to the Gap.
The Gap? Oh, wow. I'd like to escape to the Gap. I'm tired of being told what to do.
Yeah, I also have Free Space, which I heard is somewhat similar. Maybe less space sim.
Do you know the woman with the dog?
That's Mrs. Pearmont, and she's a pig.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, she tried to confiscate my console. She gave me a lecture and tried to force me to join the Junior Security Corps.
Can you sponsor me for the club?
No, we can't.
I'm just a kid, right? Do you really think they'd make me a member? I don't think so.
Have you been watching old movies? Don't wear out your thumbs.
Don't wear out your thumbs. Funny story. I hurt my left thumb playing Monster Hunter Rise too much. That was like a month ago. And I was like, my left thumb is like really, really sore. Like at the base where the first knuckle is. And I was like, well, I'll just stop playing for a week and it'll probably go away. It has not gone away. It still hurts. So I have an appointment to go see the doctor next week. But yeah, I hurt myself playing video games. If I give you a security circuit board to fix your game console.
When I was your age, I built this board.
That's cool. What does it do?
It's for a robot.
Oh, I thought it might be something interesting.
Damn it, Vincent. Back in the day, I got a blister on my thumb playing the Atari Lynx. Oh wow, the Lynx. Yeah. I think I have a split in like my left thumbnail, and I think it was from playing Doom back on my PC, because back then I used the keyboard entirely to play Doom. And so I would have the numpad would be my movement, and then I'd have my left hand on the right shift and my thumb on the control, because the control is my shooting, and I would actually use the comma and the period to like strafe left and right. Yeah, it was a very weird combination, but like worked for me. Yeah, and I think I split my thumb from just slamming the control key too much. Carpal tunnel syndrome. Yeah. I mean, I hope it's not anything serious. I hope I don't have like arthritis or anything like that, because the fact that it hasn't gone away slightly worries me. You're making a consoleized Lynx at the moment, HDMI out, etc. That's cool. Yeah, I never got an Atari Lynx when it came out. I had a Game Boy. I had a Game Gear for a brief moment in time. That Game Gear just ate up battery life. Then I had a Sega CDX for a little bit, which was not really a portable console. And then I had a Wonder Swan. That was interesting. Okay, so he doesn't care about this circuit board. He does not care about the circuit board. Do you guys remember the N-Gage? What kind of weird idea was that? Like, it looked awful. I don't know if it even had any games that were worth playing, but it just seemed like a bad idea. Let's talk to the gardener.
Excuse me.
1 second.
Smart floral display. Are they real? What do you think? They look kind of shiny.
They're fake.
Naturally. I've just varnished them.
Do you paint the flowers too?
This is Union City, not Wonderland. You obviously know nothing about plants.
Yeah, Nixt242, he's another retro streamer, he's playing a game called Xanadu Next, which I think is in the same universe as the old Nintendo Faxanadu game, but Xanadu Next was actually an N-Gage game. I don't know if it was originally an X-Gage game or was it ported from PS2, but yeah. I seem to recall LGR doing a thing on it. Oh, he's Aussie. Kind of.
Won't the varnish harm the plants?
Au contraire, Clever Dick. It filters out the crap in the atmosphere.
What are you doing to that plant?
I'm modeling a living sculpture. It's called topiary, and it's an art form.
Okay.
What are those blue flowers called?
They're dandelions. Don't touch them.
They're pretty, but why can't I touch them?
Because if you do, you'll wet your bed.
What?
I haven't done that for months.
He hasn't done that for months.
See you later.
What? Blue dandelions that make you wet the bed? I don't understand that. She said she'll sponsor me. Maybe use a terminal just to see what's on here. I don't think there's anything new, right? Yeah, old stuff. Mystery virus. Property thefts. Rationing. Violent crime. The body of security officer Stephen Reich was discovered today in Erie Block Recycling Plant. Murder has been linked to a sabotage of the security vehicle by Hobart terrorists. View documents? Nope, nothing new. Special operations? Nothing new. Okay. Well, Mrs. Piermont said she'd sponsor me for that club. We probably can't go up this elevator.
Hello. Who is this?
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob.
Oh, she's just gonna let us in.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert. You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have.
Eee.
You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have.
I am very uncomfortable with her right now.
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
So there's a guy named Helmut.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart. Eventually, she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers.
She's trying to drug me?
Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals.
Wow.
All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside than up came his breakfast.
It's a good thing he didn't chuck in church.
Don't interrupt, darling. Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Why didn't you want to visit the club?
The memories are too painful.
Did you go there with the professor?
Yes. We We met in a club. Oh, he was a handsome young graduate. And I was a flower in my first bloom. He plucked me from the garden of innocence.
I see what you mean. The memories are painful.
Plucked me from the Garden of Innocence.
Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want.
I'm gonna say that to my wife next
I'll
time.
telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment. Is that Mr. Coulson? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
Okay. What can I do here?
Nothing I could use that statue for. It's an ancient Greek statue made of fiberglass.
You've been plucked a long time. You were plucked a long time ago? Whatever, man. I was a reborn flower.
None of the buttons
I
do what
blossomed
you'd expect
twice.
them to. It's another of those easy-to-program machines which select the record time and channel at random.
What?
These big wall screens certainly are popular.
Yep. My wife stole my innocence. Cat video. Oh, is the dog gonna freak out? The dog's gonna freak out. Alright, well that was random, but it worked. Let's grab a dog bowl.
If I pick up the bowl, the contents will slop all over my hands.
What? Okay.
It's full of biscuits and dog drool.
Okay, I guess I don't need it.
Now that...
Hefe has dirty petals. Now I feel gross. I'll take my dirty petals elsewhere, thank you.
Now that looks... I'd better not sit. She might take advantage of me.
Okay, so I need to figure out how to get the dog... Oh, wait, dog biscuits. Hold on. Hold on. Let's grab the dog biscuits.
If I... Oh,
Okay. On. What do I do with the dog biscuits? On the sofa? No? Throw them on the statue? So I can't actually interact with the dog. Can I put the dog biscuits in the dog bowl? Maybe? No. And she's on the phone forever. Right?
excuse me.
Yeah, she's just going to keep talking. What if I turn off the VCR?
None of the buttons do. It's another which selects those little kittens.
Oh, okay, so he's just stuck there. Yeah, he's just stuck there. Okay. I mean, I don't even know what I need the dog bowls for, so we'll just come back. I wonder if I go back... No, I'm not gonna go back. Maybe if I drop the dog biscuits on the flowers, the dog will pee on the flowers, and that will somehow solve something? No. Or maybe Vincent likes to play with the dog?
Would you like a...
No, thank you. Unless it's a game cart.
Okay, so he's just like me. He only cares about games. Got it.
me. See you later.
Let's save. I feel like it's been a minute. Let's call it biscuits. So he needs a game cart. The gardener wants really nothing to do with me, so we'll just leave him alone. Yeah, let's go back. Let's see if we can get in the club. We haven't even tried this door over here. Let's just see if we can get in the club.
Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Overman. How did you know my name? You're a member now, sir.
There we go.
It's my business to know all our members.
Can I go in now?
Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment.
How come?
It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
What?
Never mind.
I mean, I'm going through. Gallagher, a man, a woman, a barman, a band, jukebox. Nope, glass. Can I steal that glass?
Hey, get your hands off my drink, Buster.
Okay, so I have to distract him somehow. Let's talk to the barman.
Excuse me. Can I have a drink, please?
No chance.
Why not?
Harsh rules.
What?
Excuse. What are the band called?
The Hot Club Quartet.
But there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, the saxophonist OD'd last month.
Wow, that was dark.
Did the saxophonist OD on drugs?
No. Too much sax. He got overexcited and ruptured his lungs.
Jesus.
Who's the lady?
What lady?
There's only one woman in here.
Watch what you say. That's Bouncing Babs.
Why is she called Bouncing Babs?
Can't you guess?
Bouncing Babs. Whoa. Yeah, he just said it so casually. Oh, the sax guy, he OD'd. No big deal. They kept the name. What was that one, like, sitcom show? With, oh god, the actress from Big Bang Theory. I think she was in it. But basically, it was a family sitcom, but the actor playing the dad died, but they decided to just continue it anyway, and they incorporated it into the storyline, and it did not work. It did not work at all. Blossom? No, it was recent-ish, like maybe within like the last 15 years. Yeah. Continue show. What was it? Oh man, apparently a lot of people. John Ritter. John Ritter died. He was in a show called. Not Three's. I mean, he wasn't Three's Company, but 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. Yeah. He died during the filming of that show, and they just decided, like, oh, this is a comedy, and let's just incorporate his death. That'll go over well. Yeah, 8 Simple Rules. 8 Simple Rules. And who was what was the actress's name? Kaylee Cuoco? Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird decision. That was a weird decision by ABC. Kelly. Yeah. Yeah. That's how casually this bartender said, oh, the sax guy OD'd. But the band's still playing. Kaylee? Yeah, Kaylee. She's also on another TV series where she plays a flight attendant. I think it's going on HBO right now. Haven't seen it, though. She's famed for her pogo stick antics.
She's famed for her pogo stick antics?
You're remarkably astute, pal.
Do the rules prohibit me from drinking?
No, you can drink all you want, but I can't serve you.
Okay, so I can drink all I want. So I can steal the guy's drink.
You are the bartender, right?
But I'm not the cabaret.
So many shows. I know. I don't have time to watch them all. Like, I ended up quitting Westworld. We were watching Doctor Who, but we stopped watching that. We're watching Ranma 1/2 right now, which is like 150 episodes. We're on like 90, so we're making progress. We started rewatching The Practice, which we had only seen the first 3 seasons. That's really good. So it's too many shows. Too many shows, not enough time. I love how politically incorrect these old games are. Yeah, they don't, some of the dialogue does not age well. Past 7's Hefe still on. Yeah, I'm on for another, actually probably like another few minutes. It is almost 7:30. I was planning on playing till 7:30.
How come you can get a drink and I can't?
I told you. It's the house rules. Holston would fire me if I gave you a drink.
So you can drink, the bartender just can't serve you. Kevin can F himself, grab me. Yeah, I've heard good things about that show as well. Yeah. Eventually, at some point, I'd like to rewatch 6 Feet Under as well. I tried watching Pacific Rim Black because I really enjoyed the movies, but the anime didn't really grab me.
I'm gonna complain about you.
Please yourself.
I demand to see the manager.
Please yourself.
Are you gonna fetch him?
I can't leave the bar.
Is the manager here?
He's around.
He is super, super vague.
Never mind. Excuse me.
What does her voice sound like?
I hear you're a whiz on a pogo stick.
Hey, read my lips. Get lost.
Isn't that why you're called Bouncing Babs?
No, it's not. And before you ask, it's nothing to do with what you're thinking.
So how did you get the name?
I'm the bouncer.
Alright, I was not expecting that voice. I was expecting, like, a really heavy, like, New York accent.
See you later.
Oh, don't count on it.
Let's talk to Gallagher. Never mind. Talk to the man?
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Overman. What do you think of the club?
The decor is really unpleasant.
I chose that myself. I'm Colston, the manager of the club.
Oh, there's the
Pleased to
manager.
meet you. How do I get out of this city?
Can you see I'm busy?
I'll take your turn for you.
And lose the game for me?
You're gonna lose anyhow.
Don't be so sure, Gallagher. I've got something up my sleeve.
I knew you were cheating.
Well, so are you.
Okay.
Oh, never.
Okay, and he won't, like, give me the glass, right? Yeah, he won't give me the glass. Let's talk to the band. Oh, there's a door there, too. And a metal plate. Let's look at the metal plate. Let's talk to the band, and I think we'll wrap it up from there. So I gotta get that drink somehow.
There's a thumb-sized indentation in the plate. It doesn't react to my thumbprint.
Oh, I wonder if maybe we can get the thumbprint, like CSI style, get the thumbprint from the manager's glass, and then use it to access the door. The band probably won't talk to me.
They look really happy. Or stoned.
I mean, probably both.
They look... Hey, guys, play some rock and roll.
Yeah, they don't care. And the door's locked, right? Yeah, it's locked. Okay, it is almost 7:30, so let's go ahead and save it. We'll just call it The Club. Latest 1930. That way we know where to kick off from there. And, yeah. We'll see what we can do. Still don't really know what the puzzles are for this particular area. But, we're making progress. I feel good. I feel good. Peace out, friend. Alright, sleeps. I will catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll be back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's find someone to raid. Should be a bunch of people playing, right? Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. Dragongar is playing Republic. Let's shoot him a raid. Dragongar 555. Good night, bud. Take care. All right, Lee. Thanks for hanging out, man. I spelled that wrong. /raid. Dragongar 555. There we go. All right, guys. If I don't see you before Thursday, have a good night. And I'll catch you on your guys' streams. See you later.